Well, good morning. Good morning, Queen Mama. Good morning, wait, what? Hello, hello, hello. It is May 31st, 2025. Can you believe it? Saturday morning. Hey, Kiki. Ricky Beaver's in the house. Hello, Ricky. Katrina Norris. Hello, honey. Haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Hello, hello. Welcome. Where's Summer and Sebastian 1-800-TBI find? Hello, all my beautiful people. And Brianna's World. Hello, good morning. I am so happy to see y'all. I come at the right time today. I got to see people I haven't seen in a long time. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Katrina and Ricky, I hope everybody's doing good. Doing good, doing good, doing good. Wait, what? Wait, what? I love all my people. Good morning. How is your Saturday going? Tropicana. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, man. Yeah. Terry Parker, good morning. Glad to see you this morning. Wow. Well, this might be a good time to come on. Holly S. Hello, hello, Holly. Beautiful Holly. Love you all dearly. Yes, yes. Love everybody. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day so far. What beats Saturday? Well, I don't know. I guess your days are what you make them, honey. I guess they're what you make them, but it is the weekend, so enjoy your weekend. Anything interesting been going on? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody is doing good and well. It will be June tomorrow, honey. We will talk about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Did I see the pic of the pool in honor of some? No, I did not yet. I did not get it. I'm sure it's there. I just didn't get it yet. Did you put all green and purple lights? Oh, that is so cool. So cool. How sweet. How sweet. I know you told me you were going to do that, so I'm glad you got all that done. I'm glad it's done. Hey, Woman's Warrior, good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too. Glad to see everybody up and awake. I can't ever keep up with your time, Woman's Warrior, but I know it's either late at night or early in the morning. I am not sure. But yeah, Katrina said things are going great, living by myself, and things are going great and got my life together. Yay, Katrina. I am so happy for you. Excuse me. I don't have to go into a lot, honey, but I have been worried about you. I have been thinking about you, and I am so glad you got out of that mess. Let me just say that. Get Locked, Nan. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody coming in. Good morning. Lisa Thompson. Good morning. I hope you and your husband are doing well this morning. Many prayers still going out to you. You have been through it. Many prayers, many prayers. I hope everybody is okay. I know lots of people need prayers. And we're still praying for you. You are one on that prayer list. Definitely. Roxy R. Oh, thank you, Katrina. Fly Girl, good morning. Hello. Welcome in. I hope everybody is having a great, blessed day. Any plans for today? Has anybody got any plans for today? Anything good going on or anything like that? Anything? Anybody? And I'm sitting here looking out my window. It rained after I told y'all it didn't yesterday. It rained last night. And it looks like the sun's out today. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing today. Who knows? Probably just research, to be honest. Probably cleaning my house, to be honest. Lisa said, thank you. Hubby is sleeping. Yesterday was dialysis. Coffee time for me and laundry. Well, I hope everything went okay with him through his dialysis and all that. Good morning, Ro. Good morning. Hello, hello. Researching crime stories for this afternoon's live. I know you get off of one and you just go right to another, right? Panda Bear's mom, hello. Update on Devlin Tate. There hasn't been no activity. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let's see. There hasn't been no activity on his bridge card since he disappeared. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to take a look at that. Katrina said, I'm on the lake, so I'm going to enjoy it. Yes, enjoy that time. Enjoy that time. Oh, Ricky, I love you too. And I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've been doing real good, honey. I really, really do. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. Any word on the... No, I have not. His mom... Let me see here. Let me see. I'm just going to double check. Double check. His mom texted me last night. I just will double check that. She said, okay, no, he's still missing. He is still missing. So there is no updates. And I appreciate everyone that did do that. Now, I didn't know if he was, could possibly be trying to get to Florida to, see her or get her, but he was last seen in Ohio. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to pull it up. And, it looks to me like he likes hunting and going out, but she said, please help find my son. He's missing since Tuesday afternoon. He was last seen wearing a red hoodie or sweatshirt, tan shorts or pants, blue eyes, brown hair, and dark beard. He is in need of medical attention. Please, if you see him, call the law. If you see him, call the law. He lives in Draper, Utah. John could be somewhere in the surrounding areas, Sandy, Murray, Salt Lake area. Please share this with your friends and anyone. And if you see that she has a phone number, 850-295-2138. And I'm just going to, hold on a minute, post that again. And I will get it posted out again. But yeah, no updates so far. That's so sad for a mother to have to worry, about her son, no matter how old they are. And he does need medical attention. So yeah, we'll be posted. And I did see all the posts on Facebook and everything. Thank you for sharing that, everybody. I don't know about that, but Fly Girl, but I'm going to find out today a little bit more. So yeah. I don't know all the details, Lisa. I really don't. I just know it's a mother that can't find him. He has not returned since Tuesday and he's in need of medical care. So it's not like him, and something definitely happened. So yeah, and everybody, Brown Eye Girls changed her name. So it's her, Queen Mama is Brown Eye Girl. So that's in case. But today I wanted to talk about some more unbelievable stuff. I mean, and I feel, by the time we're finished, y'all can have your own opinions. But I'm just going to tell you right up front, honey, I don't think the justice was served that needed to be served. But y'all are going to see. I wonder if this older son that went missing, he met any friends. I hope he didn't veer off in the road during a medical. It could be. It could be. You never know. You never know. But let's see. These people right here, and look where they live. Okay, they live in a nice home on the outside, looking in. Hey, Emmy Joe. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. Okay, so you never know. I mean, it really, honestly, it looks like if I was just passing by, I think, damn, that's a pretty house. That's a mansion, right? You never know what's going on behind these closed doors. Okay, so this child, these people right here, these people, okay, had this child. Well, they had more than one child, okay? There was this 11-year-old child who was, and we're going to watch the video, but there was this 11-year-old child who was caged up, first of all. And I don't just mean caged up, okay? Just when you think you've seen and you've heard it all, you haven't. So hang on for a ride here. This is a sad story, and it's very disturbing. This monster seed is going to try to explain that his autistic son, he's going to try to explain it away to the police when the police comes knocking. Jeffrey is a father of four kids. These idiots have 4 kids. 4. Oh, but I want to set the stage because I'm going to tell you, and you're going to see how the system really failed these kids, in my opinion. Okay, yes, please do, Holly. But Jeffrey only, I don't say only lightly, okay? Only, he says, these are his words, not mine. He only kept one of his autistic kids locked up. Piece of shit, right? Now, JefferyScanlan and Misty Scanlan are from Henderson, Nevada. Okay. First of all, I, Smiley, do not believe this is only happening to one child. Let me get this clear. They have 4 kids in the house, and 2 are autistic. It should have never happened to one, okay? But it should have never happened to any child with disabilities or not, per me, okay? But hey, who am I? I'm just the one with common damn sense, okay? I don't care if nobody thinks I have common sense. I'm just telling you. Y'all better be glad God never made me a cop. I'm just telling you that. Better be glad I was never the Buford Pussard of wherever, because sticks would be flying every day. I'm just telling you. Anyway, this child, I don't care what the problem was or what the disability was. I don't care. There's nothing you can tell me in a million years to ever make me think what happened or what he did or anything is okay. Not in this world and not in this lifetime. Rogue, I would be so harsh, it would not even be funny. I'm just saying. Huh. That's why we don't know some things, why we can't be this or why we ain't that or why we're not here when we're supposed to be there and da 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 da. And then later we find out, well, I can clearly see why I ain't that. In April 2024, both Jeffrey and Misty were arrested for child abuse and neglect. Basically, these people had a jail. Do you hear me? Not just a cage, a jail inside their home. And it was nothing but deplorable conditions. Feces on the walls, on the floors, all the things. And March 2025, these stupid SOBs both were sentenced. Are y'all ready for this? To 1 year probation. Y'all can comment now. Because I was floored. I mean, 4 kids caged, deplorable conditions. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. This was a quiet Henderson, Nevada neighborhood. Here was this 11-year-old boy who is autistic. He lived in a home with a secret. Let me tell y'all something. Secrets make you sick, literally. Okay? Which was a metal enclosure built exactly like a jail. This is a true story, y'all. And this little boy was naked. Now you tell me what reason in God's green earth he had to be naked in the jail, in there, period. Anyway, I'm just saying. And naked, and I'm sure afraid. No pun intended to that. Okay. So please hit the like button. We're fixing to carry on. It's free to hit the like button. It's free to subscribe. Because I'm going to tell y'all the rest of the story. Yes, Sam. They both need that. And you know what? They need to introduce that to the DP. Okay? I'm just saying. This child had limited verbal communication. This child, again, was locked up in his own home, not with strangers, but by 2 people he trusted most in this world, his mom and his dad. Oh, let alone the other children. Okay? This is like a nightmare you cannot wake up from. How would you feel if you were a child and your parents kept you locked up in your home in a makeshift prison? Now, more importantly, if you were not the autistic one or the one with disabilities, how would you feel if you were the other children seeing your brother done like this by your parents? This case right here makes me definitely question the system. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Yeah, they got 1 year probation, Bamacat. 1 year. Talk about failing the children. That a year probation for abuse and neglect on 4 children, let alone the lifetime of real trauma. The other children, the other child that had autism was a little girl, and she was reported to be locked in her room at times. I don't believe that shit probably all the time, okay? I can't find the specific ages of all the children, but I guess these 2 idiots in the system tried to fully protect because they said the mom, Misty, she was coming home from work when police arrived, and I can't find out where she worked either. I guess none of that's important, but hell, she might have been hooking for all I know. Huh, honestly. But there's not much information on her. They try to protect, is what I'm saying. These. Why are they trying to protect them? It's the children that they should try to protect. Oh, there's not much information on these. Okay? They want to hide the stuff on these. I have zero sympathy for them. I'm sorry. While he is set up with these children caged in filth and poop and naked, she's God knows where. Y'all think I'm going to feel sorry for them? Y'all got me effed up. Y'all got me real effed up. You know, well, Lisa, sometimes you can't help but, and this is why. This is exactly why. They basically got away with abusing and neglecting, and only God knows what else with these precious 4 children. And 1 year of probation? Now, following the arrest, the 11-year-old was hospitalized in April 2024 for an evaluation, where the other 3 was placed in CPS custody, but with family members. Boy, I sure hope to God they're being taken care of. Because, you know, sometimes family will say, oh, yeah, you can come see you can come see your kid. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? We know how that kinship goes sometimes, right? But as of now, there have been no real updates on the children. They determined that Jeffrey and Misty were, okay, they determined, the law did, okay, that Jeffrey and Misty were low risk of offending again. How do you like that statement? They, being the law, being the CPS, being the judge, being the system, said Jeffrey and Misty were low risk offenders. That's why they gave them 1 year probation. Well, a laugh a day. They told police that, and from her daughter from doing the feces thing. But guess what? When the police went there, and I will show you, the 11-year-old was sitting all in his feces. There was feces all over the wall. He was butt naked, and he was locked in a jail cage, a real jail cage in that. You'll see. Unreal. It makes 0 sense. 0 sense. Hey, if you're going to let one have feces all over the place, why are you going to lock the girl in the bedroom? Liars, liars, liars. And they said they learned from this when the police come to the door. But guess what? It took Jeffrey about 40 minutes to come to the door. Y'all think about that one for a minute. Took him about 40 minutes to come to the door. Why? If the police was at your door and you wasn't doing nothing wrong, why would it take you 40 minutes to come to the damn door? Just saying. The reason that the police went out there was because the truancy officer sent the law out there to check on the kids. Misty told the police, because she pulled up, I guess he called her or something. Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. When you were a kid, you never heard of CPS. Not that things like that didn't happen, but it was rare. We ate at the table. We went to church. The elders of the church would talk to parents. It was, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, Misty told the police, listen to what Misty told the police. The truancy officer, first of all, from the school, sent the school or sent them out there to check on the kids, because I guess they miss school all the time. Okay. Now you would think, if I'm just thinking logically with common sense, but you would think if your kids was such a burden and your kids was such a problem, wouldn't you send your kids to school to get them out of your hair for a couple of hours? So what was really going on there? That's my question. Henderson, Nevada. Exactly where Summer. Now, it took him about 40 minutes to come to the door. So Misty told police she stopped cleaning the house. She stopped cleaning the enclosed jail, if you will, 3 weeks earlier because she was just too busy. She was too busy. Too busy. Too busy doing what? What was she too busy doing that she couldn't pick up shit out of the floor? I'm just wondering. The boy was 11. I don't know how old the other kids were because we couldn't get I couldn't find their ages. Oh yeah, that one, I really did feel sorry for him. That one, I will say I felt sorry for him. The police said the home was in complete disarray and smelled of feces and trash was everywhere. They placed the kids in many dangerous situations. They failed their kids. They failed all of their kids. All of them. And in my opinion, the system failed the kids too. Yeah, this is right here, proof of it. This is proof of it. Yep, absolutely. We're fixing to watch a video, Roxy. People need to do the right thing. So, We are going to watch this. It can be triggering for some. Yeah. Where are the help for the kids? Failure. Definitely a failure. This is ridiculous. Let's continue. Full credit goes to law and crime. I'll put that up in just a second.
Hello. I know you want the gate open, baby. We're working on that right now, okay?
Their most autistic child, whose name is basically caged into the downstairs living area. And when I say caged, he's naked. There's feces around. It's extremely messy in the area, and windows are boarded up.
It's just before noon in Henderson, Nevada, a city just outside of Las Vegas, where a simple welfare check is about to reveal a horrifying secret.
Jeffrey? Sorry to wake you up, bud. What time did you go to bed?
2, 3.
This morning?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not horrible. You got some sleep.
Yeah.
Even though the kids might have kept you awake some.
Yeah.
So I'm just here because they asked me to be here.
Okay.
Based on the situation, the kids haven't been in school. One of them is being homeschooled for the number of days that they haven't been in school.
Yeah.
So they got a few questions based on what they need to do as a school representative for truancy, okay?
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It sounds like you got some challenges here at the house. Your wife and you have different, schedules to probably try to handle the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's great. It sounds like you're trying the hardest you can to make the situation work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but they still have a job to do based on, their policies and.
Students, yes, we're just checking because they haven't been at school. He's not in school today, and
Yeah.
I think he hasn't been at school. They're supposed to be in Nevada Learning Academy, but they haven't been, enrolled. So we're just concerned to see. We just want to check that they're all okay.
Yeah.
So that I can bring the report back to school. What concerned me was that I heard the banging, and he said, "Let me out, open the door." He thought it was police. He's like, "Police, let me out." So, but then when I asked if he's okay, he stayed quiet. So I just want to make sure that I can see that he's okay.
Oh, yeah, he's okay.
And a kid like that, it makes sense that they would say, "Let me out."
Police identify the man seen here as 41-year-old JefferyScanlan, a father of 4 who eventually answered the door after a school truancy officer came to the family's home over some of the kids' repeated absences. But after initially knocking several times with no answer, the school official called police when they say they heard screaming and banging from inside the home.
That's right.
Because I'm sure you have, like child kind of like.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I come in?
Yeah. He's a big kid.
I can come in?
Yes.
Okay.
He's half Samoan, so he's a big kid.
Oh yeah,
He's
probably got
autistic.
some meat to him.
Oh yeah.
Once inside, police catch an alarming sight. A metal cage-like structure built right into the living room
All the
with
way
an
to the
11-year-old
ceiling.
child trapped inside. But that's not all. Officers reportedly observed feces smeared on the floors and walls, along with piles of trash scattered around the room. Jeffrey is quick to offer up an explanation. Hey, I want to thank Upside for sponsoring this body cam.
Sorry.
Upside is a free app that gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. When I pump my gas, I can use Upside. I mean, do you see how happy I am here?
He
Just look
tries
at
to
this. There are
explain it
over
away.
85,000 gas
I mean,
stations,
just
grocery
calm.
stores, restaurants on the Upside app, ensuring that cash back is always just around the corner. And yes, this is actual real cash back. No confusing rewards or points or credits, just actual money you can transfer straight to your bank account. So once you have the app, claim an offer for whatever
That's
you're
why
buying
you
on
never
Upside.
judge
You
a
pay as
book by
usual
its
using a
cover.
debit or credit card and follow the steps on the
Thank
app
you,
and
ladies,
get
Justin.
paid. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside or scan the QR code on screen and use our promo code BODYCAM and get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's promo code BODYCAM for an extra 25 cents back on your first gallon of gas.
So
Hey, buddy.
we had to do this because it keeps him from kicking holes everywhere in the house.
Does he have like, he doesn't hit his head on the walls or anything like that?
No.
Okay. How about the other children then that are supposed to be in school?
Yeah, they're upstairs.
Are you able to get them down here?
Yeah.
Hey, Sarge.
Oh, just
The
wait.
officers check to make sure the other kids are alive and well before another investigator arrives with more questions about the child in the enclosure.
Yeah.
Is this set up for him?
Yeah.
Says he's part Samoan.
Yeah, half Samoan kids. He's
very strong.
He just turned 11, but he's super strong. Yeah, I mean, he's ripped off cabinets, kicked holes. His room upstairs, he kicked a hole all the way through into my bedroom.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
So to keep him from destroying the house, we try to keep him in here.
He doesn't know how to unlock?
No.
Wow.
Well, on this one, we had to tie this up, and then on the other door, we have a key lock.
Okay.
So.
Because some of them are very observant and
dude, they
smart. Smart in ways that we don't expect sometimes.
Oh, they're so sharp. Him and my daughter,
got time to go out and hunt.
So my concern as a safety officer is what happens in case of a fire.
Oh, that can be cut right there. It's just tied up. So that door opens right up. And the other one has a lock.
Yeah, watch
he could open it and lock it.
Do you have a
No, it's just tied up right now. It's just tied up.
Right.
But I mean, technically,
okay,
it opens right up.
Okay.
Yeah, they were concerned about that when they installed it.
Yeah. And that's what we're looking for is the safety of the situation. Did you want to go up and get the kids? So we can...
Jeffrey explains he has 2 children living with autism, but keeps only the older 11-year-old boy behind bars due to his strength and alleged destructive tendencies. Seconds later, the father of 4 offers up an explanation for the kids' absences.
They've been sick for about the last couple of days.
We're good. She doesn't need to come all the way down. Or do you have questions? Or okay.
Yeah, they've had the flu for about all of last week. It started with them, and they were throwing up, and she caught it, he caught it, whole house got it.
Okay.
Me, so.
Okay. Yeah, and that wasn't related to the school though. That they had the flu.
No.
Okay. So communications. Communication is huge. All right. So no matter what, call the school, because I've even had like casinos call us to check on employees.
Okay.
Casinos, adults, check on their adults because the adults didn't call in sick or this or that, and it's been 2 days. So we even have big corporations calling on adults, employees to make sure they're okay.
Okay.
So big thing is communication. Call the school, say, hey, she's not feeling well, stomach flu.
Okay.
Be out for 1 day, maybe 5 days or whatever. Same with whatever other children. So that way they have an understanding what's taking place.
Jeffrey tells police the family has been sick with the flu, but that doesn't get him off the hook so easily.
Yeah, when we were knocking, we're like, well, maybe they both share a car and go to work together or something, So.
Yeah, I was passed out and didn't know if it was just.
Right, pounding or not.
Yeah.
And so his speech isn't very good right now, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
When he was first born, he didn't actually start talking until he was about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
We thought he was just going to be nonverbal for his whole life.
Yeah.
But, he's been going to school, and basically all his verbal skills are basically just what he wants, and then what he copies and hears off of the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, because I tried to communicate with him through the window, through the plywood, just to make sure he was good. I'm like, hey, are you okay? Everything good? Because he was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And of course, the way it sounds because of his size, it sounded horrible.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, he's not screaming like he's in pain or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I don't see any cause to be concerned in that aspect because he's yelling.
Yeah.
Because some kids on the spectrum, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I just like as long as he's if he's
that spindle up there.
using his head like some of them do, as long as he has a helmet or something like that, But yeah,
his feet and kicks.
doesn't look like he's got any injuries or anything like that, so that's good.
Yeah, we've had to, all this plywood we've had to put up just so he doesn't break windows.
Yeah, I noticed the one window was broken.
Yeah.
That made sense when I seen it. I'm like,
Moments later, the officers step outside to discuss the situation.
find out how long they've been here,
Okay.
how long the kids have been, how long it's been like this.
Okay.
Does he know the deal's coming out?
No, I didn't say
I'll walk
nothing.
outside and leave the kids in the house.
I was about to start yelling in there, and so I walk out and took a couple deep breaths.
Yeah, I was trying to play cool and keep him talking.
Exactly, Amy.
I'm like, right now I'm leaving the kid right there because I don't
shit like
need
that.
to have to wrestle 11-year-old autistic kid now.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for everything.
Yeah, I mean, the kid is that for me?
No, that's 2-11.
Oh. They said, because it's been about an hour.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah. Unit score 4.
But so it's just when the detectives come here, we have everything set up so we can talk to them. I can talk to them as long as we have people in there.
While waiting for detectives to arrive, the officer calls CPS to give them a rundown of what's going on.
So the situation is we're gonna need somebody en route here. So we got our SVU on the way. Their most autistic child, whose name is basically caged into the downstairs living area. And when I say caged, he's naked. There's feces around. It's extremely messy in the area, and windows are boarded up. So when our SVU gets here, I don't know what children may need to go with you guys, but this is extremely autistic, very strong young boy, because he tears apart the house. He's teared cupboards off the wall and stuff like that. He's just strong and very destructive as a child, with his level of autism. He doesn't have. I'm surprised he doesn't have a helmet on. So he's not banging his head against things. But like he was pounding on the plywood that's over top of the windows, and it was. I mean, you could hear it from the street. I mean, just thuds, 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 thuds. But when I was trying to ask him his name and stuff, he couldn't. He's not cognitively able to answer questions. So with that, I mean, he's been out of school for a while, I guess, and I mean, I could understand why in a sense. You'd almost have to have a specialist come into the house and meet with him. They've been sick though too. It looks, I don't see that, it doesn't appear that the kids look sick right now, but there was some sickness going on last week, like throwing up, flu kind of stuff.
Me either. Wait, what?
All 4 children are in the home, so all the walls are open, but across the main entrance into the room that he's in, it's like a metal fencing that goes from the floor to the ceiling, like a bar, metal black bars that you would see probably like as a fence to go into the backyard or something like that. In a sense, yeah. I mean, it's not, shabby looking. It looks like they had it installed semi-professionally or something. I mean, it's put in there well. It's just, it's a cage. I didn't see a bed. I see like a couch kind of thing. So he's probably sleeping on the couch. Well, without going in there and testing it, it looks like there's some on the walls and possibly on the floor. It doesn't look like he has direct access to a restroom. We haven't gone into the caged area. SVU, when they get out here, I'm sure they're going to go through that whole thing.
Next, the children's mom arrives when officers get a chance to confront her for the first time.
I don't know. Wait,
let's see how that goes.
Hey, you Misty?
They probably did.
Hey, so we got called here. My name is Officer Bovey. We got called here because the Clark County School District truancy officers were tasked to come out here to try to make contact, make sure the kids are okay. All right. So that's why we came out here, was to assist them. Based on them not making contact, they could hear some screaming from the inside. So that's where we went ahead and they called us to assist and try to figure out what the situation was. Okay. So we came here and their job was to make sure that the kids were okay because they haven't been in school, right? And nobody's been calling the school to give the updates. So they weren't aware that the children were sick. So your husband, we're talking to him right now. He informed us that they were sick, and that was one reason why they were out of school. But there was also concerns based on, we heard the yelling from the inside, the pounding on the inside. What's the real situation?
Police identify the woman seen here as 46-year-old Misty Scanlan, who's about to face some questioning of her own.
Does that make sense? So that brought up, yeah, we see that, we understand that, and we know that's a challenge. So based on that, going in there, talking, your husband was asleep, so it was hard to get him up. He finally came to the door, so we were talking to him, trying to understand the whole situation of everything. Does that make sense? So based on that, we're here now. We're going to be sticking around for a little bit. We got a few more questions to ask and go from there. Does that make sense? Did you leave work early? All right. Well, thanks for coming out early. You have some questions, sir?
What we're doing is, just so you know, and I was letting your husband know, the full truancy, whatever that is, that's a concern of ours, right? And then obviously the condition of the house, you come in, you see kids, things everywhere, right? It's a concern of ours. So right now, what we're waiting
No, she's
for,
not the least bit
one of our
concerned.
technicians to come
She don't
down,
give a damn.
talk to you guys, make sure that everything's good. If everything's good, then we're going to get out of your hair, and then we'll go from there, okay? But obviously, when we open the
Oh,
door,
thank you, Holly. Thank you
kids
so much.
and things everywhere at this
Thank you for
rate.
the super sticker, honey.
So that's what we're going to figure out. That way, you're not like, hey, what are they doing? We're here. We're waiting on the detective. They'll talk to you. We'll do an interview. As soon as the interview's done, we'll figure out where we go from there. Does that make sense? Okay.
Hey, real quick, no weapons in your purse or in the house or anything like that? Where are they at?
Yeah, but
Put away
who wants
where?
that lavish lifestyle and then have to?
In the garage?
I think
They're
she
not
works
upstairs
to
or
get
anything?
out of there. Who wants that lavish lifestyle?
Were they in the master bedroom? Okay.
She needs to be taking
So
care of her
the boys
children.
share these rooms up here, right? All right. They don't have access to that right now? Okay.
Are they in a safe or are they in something that they can't get access to?
They're in our room.
It's in your room?
Okay.
Your room's locked? All right. Let's stay out of your room for now until the detectives get here and we'll go from there. I'm going to let Callahan know not to let everybody go through.
Hey, come on in. So, sorry, it's a little warm up there.
Did she
Now,
walk right
back
past that
inside the
little girl
home,
on the step?
investigators have a few words of advice for the suspects.
She didn't go in.
Now that your wife's here or something, that there's going to be a little bit more movement. Just want to make sure there wasn't any weapons. She mentioned about some shotguns upstairs, so we just asked that nobody go upstairs into the bedroom. Okay. So, yeah, the double doors. We don't want anybody to go up there. There's just shotguns that aren't necessarily. They're not the gun safe, right? They're just secured up there. So that way, it's just a safety thing that we have to go through. So,
The officer, Roxy.
yeah. When did you have this installed then?
A few years ago. Probably 6 years ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
6 years.
So he was strong at a young age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Please, buddy. It's just part of his stimming. He just.
Oh yeah.
You know.
That's yeah. I get it. So we actually have the good thing about this is we can start a conversation and stuff. We have a team right now. They're called Crisis Response Team, and their main goal is to help people like this in the situation, having these challenges and things like that, no matter what the age is. Because
Yeah, hold on a minute. 6 years. Yeah, so that started when he was 5. They had that installed 6 years ago. What the hell? Hold on. There was something I was going to say to that. Started 6 years ago. And then you notice the mother, she come in to do whatever she come to do. Listen, if all them people was at my house, whether I did wrong or not, I would go in and, check on my kids or whatever, because I probably know I'm fixing to go to jail. And she didn't even say anything. She didn't say nothing to them kids. She just walked right past. She don't give a frick. Oh my God. And they are just you're right. They're just lazy. I cannot wrap my mind around this. And they have 2 kids with autism, and there's plenty of help out there, plenty of resources, plenty of groups, even online stuff. And Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I'm reading some of y'all's comments. Yeah, they're their kids. They sure are. And somebody asked, was they getting, they were probably getting assistance, and they were probably getting their disability checks for the kids. I wonder if he was even working. What did he say? He didn't go to bed till 2, and oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, my cousin's son, and we're not very close. I don't talk to her very much, often, or whatever. But I know, so she had a son. She has a son, and he was nonverbal. He was nonverbal. And they knew something was wrong, yada, yada, and this was many years ago. And I say many years because I'll tell y'all. So anyway, he totally nonverbal. And, they worked with him and all that stuff. Nonverbal don't mean forever. And in all the cases, because he's just like you and me can talk now, married with children, himself, XYZ. What in the hell are these people thinking, locking these kids up, never giving them attention? How's that supposed to help somebody? I don't get it. I don't understand this. The more I'm watching this, and I watched it yesterday and the day before, it's just really ticking me off. All right, let's carry on.
They're, from kids all the way up to, 80-year-olds, So when we, and they also help with like suicidal people as well. But they come and help and provide resources, try to help out, find a program, a plan, things that can help out the family. Because I know he's grown up with it, you've grown up with him and stuff in this realm.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get stuck in the same patterns and don't realize, all of a sudden 2 years later, there's more resources out there, but you haven't looked for resources for 2 years. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there might be more resources out there that you're not even aware of.
Okay.
I know sometimes the schools are very good at helping with resources as well. But, they have their protocols or people they work with, and we're kind of independent in a sense that our team, it's a newer team, so it's probably why you haven't heard of it, but they're newer at dealing with these situations, or not with these situations, dealing with helping people. So, but they're able, because they're new, they're grabbing all this information everywhere they can come from. And one of the main officers has an adult child that's on the spectrum, and so he knows exactly what it's like, between the different triggers and things like that. And they might grow out of a trigger and develop another trigger, So they're a really good team that understand the situation and could help you with additional tools.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The officer keeps the suspects talking before reinforcements arrive to speak with the child in the enclosure, who doesn't appear to be happy with the situation.
Hey, the bubble guppies?
Trigger warning.
Oh, the gate opened. You beautiful voice. I love to hear you talk. Can you tell me something else? The gate opens soon? Yes? Would that make you happy? Oh, I can't wait to make you happy, buddy.
Get open! Hello? Get open! I know you want the gate open, baby. We're working on
Yes,
that.
Lisa.
Okay.
The master bedroom is up there, at the very top of the stairs to the left, and there's shotguns in there. So, if by chance I don't catch it,
Get in! We're working on the gate right now, sweetheart.
Here we can see inside the room with boarded up windows and what
not
investigators
even a
said
bathroom near
is feces
him.
and trash. Let's continue.
Can we talk about the words you know? Yeah, the words you know. You like the gate open? Why do you like the gate open?
Yes.
Oh. Do you like to be back here?
Go back here.
Here, in this room. Do you like this room?
Naughty.
Hey, buddy. Do you like this room? Or do you... Out? Yeah. You want the gate open? You like the gate open? Yeah. Soon. See you real soon. So guess what? Guess what? Soon, gate open. Yeah, soon, gate open. Yeah, soon.
Soon enough, emergency services arrive and grant the 11-year-old's request.
Remember when we talked about
There was
gate
not
open?
a bed.
Gate open, that's right, bud. Soon. Gate open soon.
You guys ready?
We're ready, sir.
And they're contained, right?
Yes.
Heads that way. Go down.
A bed.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna open gate and go bed. Open gate, sit bed. Open gate, sit bed. Open gate, sit bed.
Oh, here we go.
Battery
level is low.
Just wait, hold on, just wait 1 second. Yeah.
Probably never stayed, Holly. Probably never knows.
Yay! Here we go. Right to the bed.
Officers open the gate and secure the child safely onto a stretcher to be evaluated.
Yes, we got the teddy bear.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
So just have somebody schedule something just so that reach over.
Yeah, we're gonna. If it's cool, we'll both go in the back with you guys. Cool.
Jeffrey and Misty Scanlan were arrested and each booked for 1 count of child abuse and neglect. The couple later pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor child neglect charge and were each sentenced to 1 year of probation.
1 year of probation. Are y'all hearing that? 1 year, all of that. 1 year of probation. Yeah, Amy Joe, this broke my heart. You do not do that to any kind of, you don't do that to an animal. You don't do that to an animal. How could you do that to these kids or to him and then lock the little girl in her room? And what does it do to the other kids seeing that? Yeah, Magic Star, why was it not false imprisonment? Why was a lot more not put on there? These people are monsters. And guess what? They will do it again, in my opinion. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to give them this year probation. Anybody can kick a year probation. And guess what? They're going to try to reunite them, let them have the parenting classes, and supervised visitations, and yada, yada, yada. Get their house clean. And they'll turn them kids back over to them. You mark my words, it will happen. And then if they don't up and move somewhere else, but if they do up and move somewhere else, it'll just start all over again. And it may be another 10 years, or it may be another Summer Wells, or, Sebastian case, or, the child will come up missing, or children. And I hope they made that lady get the gun out of her house, but, she wasn't charged with the felony, so they can't make her get rid of her gun. She don't have no felony. And, of course, they're not going to say she was crazy, so I'm sure she got to keep her guns, her rifles. They said she had rifles upstairs, actually. Hell, they're liable to go cuckoo and kill everybody. I'm just saying. These people are monsters. A year probation. I cannot. Yeah, I agree, Summer. It should be under very rare circumstances. Nothing like this. Nothing like this. Because this is pretty much just as bad as they just can't be rehabilitated. And they said, the law said, the judge said, the people said, they learned their lesson. What? And that's why I had to stop. Not yet. Not yet. This just happened. They haven't served a year probation yet, but they will. But they said they've learned their lesson and they are redeemable. Do y'all think they're redeemable? I don't know. Anybody who can do this to any other human, especially your own flesh and blood, I'm not so sure that they would ever be redeemable. I wouldn't let them carry my paper bag from the damn dollar store, to be honest with you, if I knew about that. But that's just me. They were failed on all levels, in my opinion, by the system, by the parents, by the judge. I do think that the cops did do a good job by talking to them and all that. I think they should have. They probably had to wait to get the right kind of people in there to get the little boy out of the cage. They shouldn't have walked out and left all the kids in there and all that kind of stuff, especially knowing, well, they didn't know the guns was in the house until the lady come home, but they shouldn't have left the kids in there by themselves. Somebody should have stayed in there with the kids, but they did a good job talking. Sometimes we don't know. That's what I say on my interviews. Sometimes y'all don't know what I do for a reason. Well, we don't know what those cops did. They did for a reason. But a lot of good it did to get the information out of them, because nothing was done but a year probation. People do better. CPS do better. Judges do better. Law enforcement do better. Damn it, if you're a human, do better. Just do the right thing and do better. It's not that hard. Right, me too, Emmy Joe. It's unreal. And hello, Janice and everybody coming in. It's not that hard. It just breaks my heart. I wish every child could always have a safe place, and somebody to talk to, somewhere to, their safe place to live. You never think your home is going to be where you're caged up like an animal. None of that. Back in the day, I would have never had a thought about anything like that. Never. And I'm sure half of y'all didn't either. This is unreal. People need to stop hurting kids, period. Amy said, notice that room there was no holes in the drywall, so obviously he wasn't that destructive. Exactly. And another thing, the spindle up there on that one top step on the other side, well, I didn't see anybody fixing that. They wasn't too worried about them other kids falling or whatever. So, you know, he could have fixed that, right? So, yeah. And if you see something, say something. Did they ever have visitors or anything? I don't know. You know, all of them 11 years, nobody ever come there. I don't know. That kind of should be a sign too, a red flag to me. I don't know, but that's just me. But I thank y'all for spending Saturday morning with me, and hopefully y'all have a great day, and continue to get the word out, of course, about Sebastian Rogers. And he's still missing, and we'll come back on here and talk about him later this evening. And all these missing kids, they need to be found. Keep their name and faces out there. And thank you for joining me and giving me a little bit of time this morning. And I love you all. Thank you for being here. Please hit that thumbs up. That's free. And y'all have a great day. And I'll talk to y'all later. See you. Bye.